This may be my favorite story of today. This is how Rush Limbaugh deals with people who disagree with him and bring up uncomfortable truths.
Joel in Falls Church, Virginia. We want to grab a call. You're first. Great to have you. Hello, sir.
Well, I think you're a little self-deprecating. There's no doubt you can get excuse me a second. Presidential Medal of Freedom. First of all, back in the 90s, weren't you invited to honorary chair or gavel or something like that of the House of Representatives?
That's right. I was named an honorary member of the freshman class of 1994.
And then just recently, you had a statue of yourself dedicated at the Missouri House of legislature, whatever it is there. And
that's a bust of me in the Hall of Famous Missourians in the State House in Jefferson City, Missouri, which, by the way, the left is still trying to get removed.
Well, what I'm thinking is that, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, came after you exchanged shoeboxes of cash for narcotics in Florida, something that most people go to jail for, decades for mandatory minimums. They gave you a statue. You imported drugs into America with the Viagra deal down in Florida.
Oh, no, sir. No, sir. So you are a victim of, once again, totally distorted media reporting. The first half of your call is exactly right. But the last half of your call is just filled with the usual leftist bigotry, hatred, and gibberish, and you haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
He hung up on him. Now, understand, this isn't like news. Rush seems like he's kind of denying this here, but the facts are all out there. He made his cleaning lady buy OxyContin for him, and he was taking about 30 a day. 30 a day. That's enough drugs to kill a small horse. Now, he also went to treatment for it, and he's spoken about this before. He's done interviews where he brings up, that he struggled with addiction and this and that. So I don't know why he's denying it all of a sudden. And then also, the guy referred to that he was caught with a bag of Viagra when coming back from, I forget whether it was the Dominican Republic or the Philippines or Costa Rica, someplace like that. He came back with a bag of Viagra. So, yes, he technically did import drugs from another country. And what, Rush, are you actually going to argue that there's not some sort of a double standard? That most of the time, not all of the time, but most of the time people with money and power get away with the crime that oftentimes a poor black man, for example, would not get away with it? I think everybody knows that that double standard exists, unless you're blind and you're super not paying attention and you live under a rock. But notice how when the guy was kissing Rush's ass, he loved it at the beginning of the call. He's like, oh, yes, they put a statue of me up in Missouri because I'm such a special person. And I was welcome to the White House in 1994 because I'm such a serious political commentator. Anyway, talk more about how great I am. The first half of the call was totally true. The second half about the negative things about me was not true at all because I live in a black and white world and I can't take criticism and nuance doesn't exist. Typical Rush Limbaugh, man. And also, let's remember, this is the same guy who for years and years, and even to this day, would argue that if somebody is caught with drugs, send them to jail immediately. Immediately. They poison our kids, they're horrible for our society, they bring us down, they make us worse, they're so terrible, and everybody should be in jail for an extended period of time, unless, of course, it's me, in which case I will be an open and blatant hypocrite and not acknowledge it at any point.